Hello, my name is Nitesh. Me, along with my team members Ron, Nitin, and Kathy, will be presenting arguments against the motion, which is IT is increasingly becoming a commodity and is incapable of generating long term competitive advantage. But before that, we need to understand the impact of IT on our society. We can take our day to day lives as an example of that. We wake up in the morning, we check our email accounts, we check our social media accounts, we use vehicles and transportation systems which are connected over computer networks, and IT boom has made it all possible. So we can see that even the basic of things require IT these days, and it has a very big say in the advancement of our lifestyle over the decades. uh, we can define the major areas of impact into education, healthcare, transportation. Other social impacts include access to information, pricing and regulation of goods and commodities, consumer rights and privileges, and freedom of speech, which is use of online blogs, websites. Uh, One of the major beneficiaries is education sector, where we can see the growth in use of electronic media for educational purposes. Children use iPads and computer for their homeworks and presentations. So this sector has gained a lot. We can see stats showing good influence of technology on the educational sector as well. The one more sector which has benefited a lot from IT advancements over the years is the healthcare sector, where we have seen the advancement in healthcare equipment, the record keeping activities, as well as the wearable technology like fitness trackers, and almost all of our cell phones have fitness apps these days. So we can say that IT has given a lot to the healthcare sector as well. The big picture here shows that interaction of IT to almost all the realms of our society. We use it for product advancement, we use it for process advancement, we use it for creating knowledge bases. uh, and the next part would be to discuss how IT drives businesses these days. According to reports, we have seen that the businesses which use IT department and invest heavily in IT department uh, tend to benefit more from their processes and the product development. We have included some of the studies and stats related to this. So we can divide the ways in which IT helps businesses. Some of the factors are increasing the productivity. It is through use of efficient processes and equipment which is based on IT advancement. It is through cutting costs, redefining marketing techniques, changing the way transactions are done, encouraging innovation. We can see that the investment in IT has grown rapidly over the last 2 decades. This graph shows the investment in IT for organizations and the ROI, the return on investment it has brought about. It has helped organizations gain the operational excellence. Products and services have improved, better customer supplier relationship is there, improved decision making, and competitive advantage also increased. It has also helped the companies cope up with the increasing competition and survive in this market. Next part would be taken up by Ron.
A commodity is a marketable item produced to satisfy wants or needs. They are most often used as inputs in the production of other goods or services. The quality of a given commodity may differ slightly, but is essentially uniform across producers. For example, a commodity computer comes with out-of-the-box functionality, can run Windows, Linux, or MS-DOS, compatible with common peripherals, low performance, low cost, widely available software, and is a standard issue PC that is widely available for purchase. To be considered a commodity, an item must satisfy three criteria. First, the commodity must be standardized, both in form and in quality. Secondly, commodities must have use value and be useful on delivery. And third, its price must vary enough to justify creating a market for the item. Commoditization is the process by which goods that have economic value and are distinguishable in terms of attributes end up becoming simple commodities in the eyes of the market or consumers. Commoditization is not new. From healthcare to industrial, there are many examples of commoditization. For example, syringes, bandages, wheelchairs, and some drugs that have been reverse engineered by manufacturers and made generic. You can buy the same product or service from different businesses, and the only distinguishing factor is the price. IT commoditization refers to the generation of IT products and services which generates value for the customers, has demand in the market, and such things are the need of the hour. The process also means that the priority product or service is becoming generic and well as sellable. By this definition, this could include products like Microsoft SQL Server and Oracle, which are standardized products, but if you work at either product, there are some major differences in packaging, functionalities, and features. There's also a big difference in price depending on what your needs are. There's no question that cloud computing and open source software have changed our perceptions about the value of IT. Many, in fact, are convinced that information technology is rapidly becoming a standard utility, much like water or electricity. This was expressed somewhat by Nicholas Carr in a Business Harvard review back in 2003. He believed that at the time, companies could still innovate, but the competitive edge gained through using IT was being neutralized by competition. There are many people who disagree with this idea. For instance, Michael Schrag, director of MIT Central for Digital Business, says the perception about IT as a standard utility missed the mark, and that IT is a huge value creator if applied properly. There is still a competitive advantage to be gained from a whole range of software, from business intelligence to business process management. Cloud service is just one of the major ones. It's changing the industry and offers benefits over traditional approaches. From networking, storage, and application services, the cloud provides smooth services on a pay-as-you-go basis, which means the cost will be based on one's usage and needs. This provides a cost benefit to customers and helps generate more revenue. As stated before, there is still great advantage in this type of technology.
Hi, I'm Nitin Paighowal and I'll be continuing from here. How can IT be a source of competitive advantage? Competitive advantage refers to the advantage an individual or organization has over its competitors. Gaining a competitive advantage is directly correlated with strategy making, which leads to good decisions, and good decisions leads to innovation and new products, which can become a competitive advantage. Competitive advantage in IT occurs when a company innovates and builds a product or service that has the capability to outperform its competitors. Customers tend to use or buy that innovative or rich featured product more than basic or less featured product. Moreover, exclusivity also leads to competitive advantage where product or service is created for a particular segment of customers. Also, if there is a newly identified customer need and which is not present in the market at the same time, can also win the race of competitive advantage. For example, Google and Samsung have built up innovative products like Google Glass and Samsung Gear VR. People are getting attracted to such new, unique, exclusive, and innovative products, which ultimately increase the sales of such manufacturers. Types of competitive advantage. First one is the comparative advantage, which depends on the lower price and cheaper service than its competitors, which shows the dominance of the company in the market, resulting in the generation of larger sales margin. For example, Android cell phones since its inception has become more popular due to unlimited features and cheaper price tags as compared to other phones. As you can see from the Tableau dashboard, Android became a popular choice among its customers and led to its high sales as compared to Windows and iPhone that have uneven sales growth. The second animation graph also shows the same. In the year 2007, there were only Symbian and Windows phones, but with time, new phones like iPhone and Android came into existence. The sales of Android increased at such high level that other phones got vanished by 2016. So I think you can only see Android, iPhone, and Windows as a major player. Differential advantage, which refers to the unique value creation on products or services created by a firm. These firms are called innovators who design the future technologies and reshape the business. Companies like Google and Apple are innovators who lead the race. We can also take Pokemon Go as an example, which shows how virtual reality gaming is gaining competitive advantage over other gaming apps. There are more number of daily active users and more users time of Pokemon Go than other social media apps as shown in the figures. The last one is focus advantage. It mainly considers a particular group or segment to be targeted by the company and still have competitive advantage over other players. For example, keeping the rich buyers into consideration, many expensive car manufacturers like Rolls-Royce, Ferrari, etc. have been manufactured for such segments of customers. You can also take latest invention by Professor Goswami from USA as an example where he invented world's first molecular air purifier. Even though such kind of product was already available in the market, but they didn't use the molecular level technology. This product mainly targets those patients who have asthma and allergy issues so that they can breathe easily. Further slides on competitive advantage will be explained by Katie.
There are a few factors to keep in mind in order for an organization to maintain a competitive advantage. First, a resource provides a competitive advantage only when it allows a company to use it in a unique and distinctive way. IT is becoming more ubiquitous, and it is more of a shared resource which everyone has access to. Gaining an advantage over competitors then becomes more challenging. Competitive advantage is enjoyed in the initial phases where it appears as a proprietary technology. Once a resource is widely available, the playing field becomes more balanced as the innovation causes competitors to transform their business to meet customer demand. Complacency can cause an organization to lose the upper hand. For long-lasting competitive advantage, companies should continuously ask themselves the following types of questions. What opportunities are being created by external forces that we can exploit? How can we adopt and adapt ideas from other industries? How long do we have to exploit the competitive advantage before others respond? What differences will customers or competitors notice about our company using this advantage? Let's go back to the example of the mobile phone industry. BlackBerry was a leader in the mobile industry, but didn't realize how popular touchscreen smartphones would become. Google's Android and Apple's iOS then captured the market and overtook BlackBerry. As shown in this slide, as well as in Nitin's comparative analysis slide, Android and Apple have continued to enjoy long-lasting competitive advantage because of their continuous analysis in response to customer needs. This has allowed them to maintain their hold over the market. In a 2013 report by Gartner, 200 C-level and senior business executives were asked what particular IT-related capabilities make a company stand out. This slide shows the results, and 4 of the top 5 factors are customer related. Competitive advantage occurs when there is a difference between an organization and its competitors that matters to customers. IT can drive long-term competitive advantage as long as the organization's culture is able to strategically analyze the market and quickly identify internal and external opportunities for advancement. Organizations need to adapt quickly to change and must not become complacent. Continuous analysis must be performed in order to stay ahead. Consumers are sophisticated, and their needs will constantly evolve. Being mindful of what matters most to customers is key to generating and enjoying long-term competitive advantage. This concludes our presentation. Thank you for taking the time to watch our video, and we look forward to any questions and feedback that you can provide. Here are our references. Thank you.